outside. It's leaking on my couch, right? Because I'm just gonna assume that the AC is actually above my couch. All right, let me just check the chats. How are we doing? My only concern is that you have powerful chatbot. Client will ask him all questions, not making a call. No, so yeah, that's Leo. I think you're looking at a different screen. We aren't seeing. Oh, my bad. Okay, let me just. Yeah, okay. Let me just redo that whole thing there. All right. So, anyways, here's the UX. What the UX looks like from. You guys are able to see this, right? Let me just confirm. Yeah. Okay. My bad. So let me just redo that whole spiel there. What he's doing basically is essentially absorbing the URL that the page is on, right? In this case, the URL is just chat_HVAC, right? Because in this case, I just want to send the traffic directly to the chatbot. I don't want to use a landing page, right? Because now we're just paying for traffic. We don't care if we're having a landing page. In this case, it's absorbing the URL, but I don't want it to absorb the URL. I actually want it to absorb a query, right? So I'm going to actually type in a query into the URL itself. So I'm going to do CQ equals my AC is not turning on and it's and my furnace is overheating, right? So it really doesn't matter what the query is, right? It really doesn't matter what the query is, because the chatbot is going to understand, right? And the chatbot, Alex, I saw that your question was, your only concern is that it's going to answer the questions, but they're not going to make the call. Is if the aim of the chatbot is not to necessarily answer their question. It's more specifically to start convincing them into making the phone call, right? So since you're dealing with cooling issues, heating issues, we should get a technician out there and take a look immediately. Can you give us a call so we can help someone there, right? Technically, it's supposed to ask a couple more questions there, but in this case, I have to keep optimizing the bot. It's a little bit too fast in this particular case. Can you give us a call so we can get someone to help over, right? So that's for the HVAC. Let's do another one. I'll show you guys pest. So pest, the query will be how to get rid of mosquitoes, right? These types of queries are completely garbage because ultimately it's just going to be like an Amazon product for mosquito spray or like some house-based product, but our chatbot is going to convince them that the person needs to make the call, right? So it's all about getting rid of any standing water where they like to breed. Have you noticed if they are mostly bothering you inside the house or in the yard? So inside the house, lots of them, really itchy. Oh my, those itchy bites are absolutely the worst, when you're trying to relax at home. Most common household mosquitoes are more of a nuisance than a danger to healthy families, but I totally get why you want them gone, right? Are you seeing them mostly in one specific room, or are they popping up all over the house? In the kitchen. And then I believe at this question number 3 is going to basically convince you to make the call. That's a bit strange for the kitchen. There's some hidden water, like a leaky pipe under the sink, or maybe a tray under the fridge. Okay, in this case, we can actually start to program the bots to understand, like, hey, maybe this person also has a plumbing issue, right? So this is actually something I can look into as well, right? So they might have mosquitoes, they need pest control, and the bot can also start recommending them to get a plumber as well, mostly during the day or once the sun goes down. So I think because this query is just so informational, the bot is like trying to develop an idea of how to convince this individual to make the call, right? This is like, usually nobody pays for queries like how to get rid of mosquitoes, but if we do, we have to make sure that our bot starts to convince them. Since they're getting into the kitchen every night, it's usually a sign of tiny gap in the window screen or a door seal that needs a lock. And then, come on, let's make the sale. Would you like to give us a quick call? Boom, right? So it took about 4 questions